Dzień dobry, witamy Was bardzo serdecznie. Znajdujemy się dzisiaj w Alei Bielanych, a konkretniej w Ramdecor Café, jednym z naszych partnerów. Spotkaliśmy się tu dzisiaj, by porozmawiać z jednym z nowych zawodników Śląska Wrocław, a jest nim DJ Davis. So, hello DJ, how are you?
I'm doing good, doing good.
So, first of all, I just want to ask you, because I called you DJ, and because you don't have like basic common name.
Yeah.
So, it's a question especially for our fans. How it's spell your name?
So it's spelled D-E''Jon. My mom actually got it from the mustard bottle, so Dijon mustard. So that's
okay.
where it comes from.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people, it's hard for people to say it, so I just go with DJ just to make it easier.
Okay, so correctly spelled is Dijon?
Dijon.
Dijon.
Yes.
Dijon. It's okay. So our fans will know right now how to say it. Okay. Next, I just want to ask you. So, did you acclimate in Poland? What's your first feelings, impressions about the country and the city?
Yeah, so far it's very beautiful here. I really like the city a lot. Me and my family really like the city. Still trying to get adjusted with sleeping, stuff like that. So have two young kids, so
okay.
Still trying to get them adjusted to the sleeping and patterns and all that stuff. But other than that, we're pretty much settled in. And yeah, we love the city so far. We haven't got to travel too much yet, but from what we've seen so far, it's a beautiful city. We love it here.
Okay, are you planning with your family to go to some travel around the city or other city in Poland?
Yeah, we definitely plan on, for one, exploring this city. Definitely want to just get around, get acclimated to all the places, you know, good food spots to eat, places to go shopping and all that stuff. And just somewhere for us to all be able to relax and have fun with the kids. I think once we get used to doing that here, then we'll think about going to some other cities in Poland and stuff like that once we, you know, get used to here.
Okay, so we talked about Poland, but you're from USA. You played either in Germany, in Greece, but in South Korea and Urugway too. Yeah. So can we name you a basketball globetrotter or something like that?
Yeah, you can say that. We've been to a lot of places, definitely a lot of places.
Okay, so how can you compare the sports level in these countries? Because some leagues sounds really exotic.
Yeah, it's different. Every place I've been, like sometimes Greece, it could be a little bit more slower pace, but a lot of mind games, I guess you could say, with Greece. But then Germany is very fast paced, up and down, a lot of 1-5 offense. So it differs from a lot of places. Uruguay was unique in a sense that like they have the new inbound rule that's in Spain, where you can just grab and go.
Okay.
So it's different playing styles everywhere. It's definitely been unique to try to experience all of them.
Okay, so which of these leagues did you play the best in? And this country where this league was the best to live to? For example, you played in South Korea. The best league for you to play in was South Korea, for example.
Yeah.
And the same place was the best to live, or some others?
Yes. Well, it's funny that you say that. South Korea actually was my favorite place to play.
Okay.
I really enjoyed South Korea a lot. I want to say the culture. Just the culture was really nice there. The arenas are really nice. Great facilities. Great fans out there. So South Korea was one of my favorite places to be. Living wise, I would say it has to be a tie between Istanbul, Turkey, and Athens, Greece. Those were like great places to be. Just there's a lot to do there. Great food in both places, beautiful weather and all that stuff. So both of those places were really nice.
Okay. Okay, so let's come back to our club. So how did you react to message from Śląsk?
I was actually when my agent first presented the offer to me, I was already intrigued because I've heard of Slash multiple times. Like I follow a lot of European basketball and leagues and stuff like that. So, I knew about them when they were in Euro Cup and Champions League and stuff like that. So it was nice hearing a name that I was familiar with already.
Okay.
So I was already excited about that. I've already heard great things about Poland. I've had teammates in the past that played in Poland and stuff like that. So, I've talked to them. They've had nothing but great things to say about it. So I was excited about the opportunity.
Okay. So can you say who do you know the players who plays in Poland?
So I know Dayon Griffin. He played out here. I know Chad Brown.
Okay.
Chad Brown played out here. In fact, we played the team that he played for next week, King. There's one more person I know that played out here, but those two for sure off the top of my head.
Okay, but you came here in the middle of season, so how do you find yourself in this situation when you have to move with your family in the middle of season?
It's always tough, especially since it's my wife and my kids, two kids. So having to travel and take all our stuff and move together, it's not easy, especially the long flight. Like, took about 24 hours in total to get here to Poland. So, all that stuff is pretty difficult, but, take it one step at a time, slowly but surely get adjusted to the city and to the time and everything like that. And then, eventually things will work out. Try to slowly work myself into the practices and, just kind of trying to remember everything and then just going as hard as I can.
Okay, so since you came to Wrocław, everyone in the club can see how positive energy you have. So what makes you have so much of this energy?
It's something that I've always just had. I've always been like an energy guy. Happy. Try to bring a lot of enthusiasm and stuff like that to the game. You need that in order to be successful. In order for your team to, bring some energy to play well. If you come out, flat, don't have a lot of energy, then can't really play to your best performance, I think. So just trying to bring as much energy as I can.
Okay, but in a new environment, are you trying to be more calm at the first moments in the new club, in your locker room, or are you showing this energy at first moments? I
like to show this energy from the first moments. I want to show that this is what I can bring. So, first impressions are important. So I want my first impressions to be like, okay, this is a high energy guy. He can bring a lot to the club. I need to show that right away. So I like to show it right away and try not to hold back.
Okay, so but maybe our fans don't know this, but our player too, Emanuel from college.
Yes.
Did you talk each other before you coming to Wrocław or after you arrived to Poland?
So it's actually funny about that situation. Earlier this summer, I want to say around July, when we were actually talking, he had signed to go play in Israel, and we were talking, and he was like, "Oh, maybe I could talk to my coach, and we could think about playing together." I obviously didn't end up happening, but I was like, you know what, maybe one day soon, we'll be able to play together.
Okay.
6 months later, 7 months later, now we're in this situation, and I didn't realize. When I had signed the contract to play here, I was looking at the club and the information, and I realized, oh, this is the same team that Manu plays for. I said, wow, coincidence.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's I didn't know too.
Yeah.
So, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
But what can you say about cooperation with coaching staff and other players?
It's been really good. Like really good. The coaching staff is very attentive. They're very they monitor the players a lot, ask us how we're doing. Figure out what's the best for us. Our training staff is really good when it comes to lifting, our mobility stuff, trying to make sure that we're in the best shape possible, and then talking with us and trying to figure out a game plan for each player, what is best for them, and try to keep their body optimal throughout the season. So it's been really good. I've really enjoyed talking with the coaching staff and the players. All my teammates have been great. helping me, you know, get adjusted really well, being just great guys. I mean, I love talking to all of them, so they've all been great.
Okay, did you have some do you have some extra relationship, extra contract for the first moment with some guy in the team?
Besides Manu, nobody in particular. You know, Maceo Teague, I played against him when we were in Germany, so that was about it. But nobody else I had any personal relationships with besides Manu.
Okay, so during your career, you were chosen a few times to all defensive team in the league when you played. So defense is what you defines you as a player, or you can add something?
Well, definitely defense. I like to bring a lot of energy on defense. You know, I think defense is really just about playing hard a lot of times. So even if you make mistakes, you know, if you play hard, you can make up for those mistakes. Rebounding is definitely a big part of my game. I like to crash the offensive rebounds and all these things, and shooting the ball. You know, I love to shoot the ball. I want to be able to, you know, get a lot of threes up. So
okay,
I like to shoot the ball. I like to shoot the ball a lot.
Okay, but what are you focusing during the game?
I think my biggest focus is just playing the right way. So I like to play the right way. I let the game come to me. I don't like to force shots. I don't like to, you know, one-on-one and do a bunch of things that, you know, don't translate to winning. I like to just make sure I play the right way and get my shots the right way, shoot the ball when I'm open, all these things, play hard, defend, you know, just play basketball the right way.
Okay, but that's focusing on all of things in basketball right now. Yeah, I understood. Do you have some days when you want to totally cut off of the basketball, and what are you doing in your free time on this time when you want to cut off of all basketball, thinking about basketball?
Yeah, if I'm not thinking about basketball, the things that I like to do, I'm a visual artist, graphic designer, so I love to draw. I draw like logos, brands, tattoos. I drew most of my tattoos.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually in the process of working on a brand right now, so I'm drawing all my designs right now for that. I read a lot, so really reading my Bible. I believe in God, and so I read my Bible a lot, pray a lot. These are the things that I'd like to do in my off time. I like to watch podcasts, so whether I'm watching podcasts on religious things about God, and a lot of like our services and stuff like that. You know, I like to watch video games. So I like to watch like reaction channels, video games and stuff like that. There's a few series that I like to watch on like Netflix and Hulu and things like that.
It's the visual artist is the thing when you're thinking about after your basketball career?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I want to do. So I want to like eventually have like a graphic design like page and brand, so that way, you know, some people can come to me to design stuff for them. You know, obviously I want to get pretty big with that. The more and more I do it. So like I've done some designs for a few people already. Like I said, I've drawn some things for myself. If you look at my Instagram page and look at my logo, I designed that logo and stuff like that. So
this isn't it's your main thinking about your basketball after your basketball career. But do you have any other things? What can you do after your career?
Yeah, I want to train. I want to train kids. I want to be a personal trainer. When I go back home, sometimes like this summer and earlier when I was home, I was training kids a little bit, like camps and stuff like that. Every summer when I go home, my college puts on like a month-long camp, and so I help with those. And so that's something that I really want to do, is like train kids on the side, build relationships, help kids, you know, to love the game, play the right way, and just give them wisdom and advice. You know, not just on the court, but off the court as well. You know, help them through life things as well. So. Be a life coach, essentially. Okay, that's interesting. So, concluding at the end, so I just want to ask you, do you have some unfully filed dream that you didn't come true yet, and both basketball and non-sports dream? Let's see. I mean, playing professional basketball has always been the dream. So, you know, that's been fulfilling. I don't know if obviously, you know, I want to keep going higher and higher. So the unfulfilled things will be like just playing at the highest levels that I can in European basketball or basketball in general. And then outside of basketball, no, there's not too many. There's not something I can really think of that I'm unfulfilled for outside of basketball. So everything else, I'm happy with. I got my family, got everything I need really. So I'm happy with it.
Okay, I think this is the perfect closing. This is the perfect ending of this on this interview, on this conversation. So I just want to thank you very much for your time. I Państwu dziękujemy za oglądanie. Zapraszamy także na nasz kanał Śląsk Basket TV, na inne materiały przygotowane przez nasz klub i do zobaczenia na parkietach Orlen Basket Ligi.